Hello out there. I see John, I see Stuart, I see Noelle. Welcome, 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 friends. It's More KotOR 2. I am a day early, but late on a day early. But thank you for being here. I am busy tomorrow, so normal streaming day was not going to be a thing. So we're streaming today. How does the game sound? Is it loud compared to me? Is it not loud compared to me? Where we last left off, we were about to go into the base. And from the base, I am about 90% sure we go from this base to Atris's temple. But it's been a little while since I have played this, so I don't actually know that for a fact. Right. Still getting... Oh, that's right. I primarily play this on the keyboard more than my mouse. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a thing. I remember that now. Now I remember that happens.
I hear you.
Heal. Oh, that's right. It's heal is.
Let's go.
It's a later one. Okay. We have to lead with you. Okay, so where we left off, we're on the surface of a planet called Telos, which is currently very war-torn, and we have...
This won't take... This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back.
Hey, Yagi, welcome.
Berserker mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell.
The
The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
Beodur has the ability to break through shields with his repulsor fist. Very exciting. Anyway, we're here. And we need to get to the other side of here, basically. Let's fight some turrets. I'm pretty sure there's gas in the middle of this floor. There is! I'm right. Hopefully no one dies fighting these buildings. Good job, Freya. You help me out. Jura is already taken. Oh, she's fighting the other one. Don't run over the gas vents, dang it. The AI in the game's a little funky. Okay. Somewhere around here is a computer, and the computer turns the gas floors off. I think it's that computer. We'll take these items. I like chemicals. Who doesn't like a giant crate full of chemicals? I know that's like my favorite thing. We don't have much. So let me, before I do this, out of curiosity, can I like... Oh, I couldn't get him even if it will let me switch to party because I don't currently have access to T3. That's right. Do I have anything that gives me computer skills? Probably what I'm already wearing. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's just hope we don't need a lot, because I would like to turn the gas floors off. Deactivate turrets. I don't really feel like downloading the map. I guess that does not turn off the gas floors. Somewhere around here you can find something that turns off the gas floors. And it makes things much better. Meanwhile, Beodur just keeps getting... He's very gassy. Ryan's here too! Welcome, Ryan! Got a full house so far. I think you guys are being here.
What's going on?
What's going on is you keep running into poison and almost dying. That's what's going on here. So stop it. I like how it's his repulsor arm that stops the, that shuts down the shield, but he still just hits it with his sword. I don't fully understand that, but we'll go with it. Where's me? There's me. Hello, droids. How are you today? My force powers are not highly effective. Oh no, Beodur! You're dying! Let's level you up. You are an unarmed specialist, specifically one unarmed. You have an arm still, though. You're just not a two-armed specialist. Alright. I guess 1 point into stealth, because I can't put it anywhere else. There we go. Maybe you'll die less now. I appreciate that his droid can also shoot.
Let us end this.
Alright. Good work,
Yes.
everybody. Oh, I don't want to play as Kreia. I want to play as me. Okay. Why won't you move? There we go. So this is the door I was talking about. If you're playing, I'm playing the restored content mod, which means later in the game, we can go through that door, but we cannot do it at this moment in time. One day. One stream. Admin ID card. You'll love to see it. I don't remember what I need that for, but it's important. Yes, give me money. Give me all the money. I like that I match the lights on the wall. I'm color coordinated with the building, and that's very important in life. There are few things more important than being color coordinated with the building that you are raiding and looting for materials. That way you can blend in when somebody tries to arrest you. More money! I have stunned you. Now it is time to attack. You thought I would have blasters, but I don't. Your shield is meaningless. It has awoken, but now it is unawoke. Oh, you guys are fighting too. I'm sorry, I did not realize that. Let me turn the droid off for you. Yes. I have conveniently stabbed the droid. Okay. Already looted that. Anything down here worth looting? Nope. Is there anything down? No. This is where we came from? No, this is a new metal case. Give me more things. A heavy sonic blaster. That sounds like something I will sell later. What's in this one? A Lornan implant. That's exciting. Okay, have I looked in all the things? I think I have. Yep. Let's find out what a Lornan implant is. Something I can't use currently. Oh. Okay. It deflects electricity. I get zapped less when I have that plugged into my brain. Remains. I'll take some droid armor. Okay, Theodore.
Yeah?
Go open the thing. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. I got through hump day at work. So I was through the middle of the week, and I actually took Friday off of work. So really, I only have one day left of work this week, which feels nice. So, did someone die? Did you die already, Beodur? Oh my god. Wow. I was not expecting you to go that fast. And Kreia doesn't have any level up, so I have to keep an eye on her. Keep healing, because I'm using my force powers for other things. I'm trying to stun the droids and it's not working. There we go. Now we're talking. Yes! I have made that one take a nap. Which will be much easier. But,
This shall not stop us for long.
I'm excited. And, like, I don't actually mind going to work because I like my job. Which is something not everybody can say, so I try not to take that for granted. But I don't like when I have to wake up from my nap. So, anytime I have a day off of work, it's nice for my sleep schedule. I'm dying, I just realized this. I will be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I'll just use this real quick. There we go. Good job, Kreia. You got this. Workbench. Beodur, you finally came back, and then you walked through the gas and died again. This is just life with you right now. Okay, let's see if we can make... can we make some med packs? I should have a ton of chemicals. Yes. I feel like creating some med packs would be a good idea. Considering Beodur cannot stay alive, apparently. And then what's on this workbench? Anything I want? I don't think... This is my sword, right? And I have good stuff in it, so we're fine. We'll just leave it for now.
I hear you.
Let's go.
Customizing stuff is important. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know who did that, but that was nice of you. But I'm not going to take a lot of time. We're really early in the game to have good customizable things anyway. Apparently, I'm doing that. I'm very youthful.
There she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though.
Why?
The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
You have a lot of problems, apparently. Like, what kind of self-respecting pilot can't fly through solid metal? I find that very disappointing. Okay, it's been deactivated, but can I reactivate it and make it mine? I'm pretty sure that opens via plot in a minute. And then that's not a real door, because there's nothing behind it. We have that admin card, though, so we should be able to go in here and do things. Ah, darn it!
I hear you.
Let's go.
Yeah. I want you to open some doors for me, please. I love the sound effects in KotOR games so much. Okay, unlock hangar doors. That was not a hard problem to solve. That was, in fact, a very simple problem to solve. Let's open this door.
Child's play.
Wow. That's, a whole other area. Okay, before we do that, then open this force field. You missed it? Okay, it's still
What
open.
is it?
Let's go.
I'm very disappointed that you could not get that open. I like looking at this. These are Bazak cards on the table. I wish I could pick them up and, like, steal somebody's Bazak cards. Repeating blaster. Ooh, a war bowcaster? That sounds pretty cool. It's gotta be, like, an even cooler version of, whatchamacallit. Okay, basic real power cell. That's an upgrade for a blaster. What do we got here? Thank you! Turn off the gas vents. I knew there was a place I could do that somewhere. Okay, no more gas vents. Life is going to be much better. Because we no longer have gas vents. KotOR will not just randomly walk across the floor and die now. We're gonna run up here. Try it again. That time it worked.
This shall not stop us for long.
Oh, nope, I lied earlier. This is the door. Yep. Military security door cannot be opened here. Maybe open any right. I'm pretty sure that's the actual HK door. One of these doors is the HK door. Which way am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to... Well, this is a dead end, so not this way. Not this way! Fight it! I don't know what it is, but we're gonna fight it. Shink. No. When our powers combine, we kill this droid really fast. Look at this! Look at the lack of gas on the floor. You'll love to see it. Well, hi! At last, someone! Are you a part of a rescue team? Who are you? I'm part of the first Zerka salvage team. I hid here when the turrets and the droids went online. I haven't been able to reach anyone. You are here to get us out, yes? Follow me out. Just don't die when I fight this droid. Oh, YouTube did change the emotes. They're much bigger and friendlier. You're good, just getting anxious about a social event on Friday, but apart from that, you're good. Yeah. Social events have a habit of feeling like that, I think. Are they... You're trying to shoot me through
What is it?
the thing? Okay, guy that's following me, just don't get shot and we'll be fine.
This shall not stop us for long.
Oh, I got stunned. That's nice. I appreciate that they are not shooting at this guy, nor does he seem to particularly
Let
care
us
about
end
shooting.
this.
Dude, get out of the way! Like, literally, what are you doing? Ah! How many droids are there? There's so many. There's just so many. Beardur, you're just gonna die. Like, why don't you do anything to heal yourself? You don't have any more force powers than me, so run up there. There we go. I'm assuming there's a way out here eventually that we can take this nice man to. But, we're gonna look around first. There's nothing interesting in here. Is there anything interesting in here? No. Because I have to open it. Overload droid recharging station. We blew them up! Look at us. We're so cool. We blew up a whole bunch of droids. Does that mean I'm not gonna have any more droid problems? Can I open it from the terminal now? Okay, well, whatever. Can I open it from this terminal for some reason? Nope. Okay, well. Maybe the nearby terminal is through this door. I don't know how terminals work. Where? How big is this base?
I hear you.
What's going on?
What's going on is I need you to open this
Where does it
door.
go?
It's your second one, so you won't be quite as bad, but you know you have to get... I mean, maybe. No, it's good to go out and try new things and meet new people. That's always a good thing. So I think it's good that you're trying some stuff out. How big is this place? Just like this place is gigantic. Skynobi is here. Greetings, Exalted One. Oh, this is the HK. I know this is the 4th time I've said it, but that's the HK door. How are you today, Skynobi? We were using one of your wonderful backgrounds as a welcome screen. Well, hi. Can we activate the droid? Can we program the droid to follow me? Oh, heck yeah. Now I have 2 really random game characters following me around. I don't know what either of them will do. But you know they're here. Hi. And it blew up. Okay, well that's perfectly normal. Droids do that all the time. Yeah, I feel like social stuff like that is one of those things where it's terrifying when you start, but like once you meet somebody, it gets easier each time, you know? Great, just ended the Rise of Kylo Ren series and the new Vader comic. Heck yeah! I'll probably read the new Vader comic eventually.
Yes.
Like in trade, like trade paperback form. Django has been buying hard copies of Rise of Kylo Ren. I typically don't get comics until trade paperbacks, but he's been giving me his digital codes so I can read them too, which is very nice of him. So once he buys his today, I will hopefully get to read the last Kylo Ren comic. Although I've kind of read the last Kylo Ren comic on Twitter, unfortunately. Yay! Oh, now we've opened the door. We've also activated this thing. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure nothing bad's about to happen. Good, we've turned on some turrets too. That's what I was hoping would happen. I like activating death turrets. Okay. Where's me? Is there a particular reason why I'm not doing anything? Oh, and then I died. Okay. I have no idea what happened there and why I just got wrecked, but I did. But lightning does a lot of good. Wow, and you're doing a lot of dead. Hold on. Nope. Okay, well, that was a while ago, so it's fine. Yeah, it gets easier. Gonna wait till all the Kylo Rens come out and trade paperback. I kinda already know based on Twitter. Oh my gosh, we went back so far! I gotta remember to save more often. Always wanted that Coca-Cola t-shirt from Batu. I'm really excited. I just got mine tailored because when I got mine at Celebration, it was gigantic. Because it was a one size fits everybody shirt. And I was just like, it could fit 3 of me. And so I got mine tailored, so now it like actually fits me, which is nice. Okay, we'll do this all again, but faster.
Poison.
It is poison because I didn't save the game since we turned off the thing. But I like the shirt a lot. I just haven't worn it much because, like I said, it could fit 3 of me. But now it is an appropriate size.
Yeah?
Yes.
Which is pretty exciting. I'm surprised they don't sell them anywhere. You would think people would pay a lot of money for them. It was one of the nicer pieces of swag, I feel like, that they had at Celebration. I have not seen the final trailer for Black Widow. I have every intention of seeing Black Widow. I just, for some reason, have not gotten around to watching the trailer yet. But I'm very excited for that movie. It's been it's been a long time, really. I'm used to like 3 MCU movies a year, and we haven't had one since Far From Home. So we're definitely due for another one. Come on, knock him out. This droid has good saving throws. Running down a hallway. It's pretty exciting. We're gonna fight the droid.
Let me handle this.
Like you're the one who keeps dying. I'm not gonna let you handle anything. You don't have many Star Wars t-shirts. You need to get more, but there are so many. You wouldn't. There are so many. It's pretty crazy. I have almost an entire wardrobe of Star Wars stuff. It was a conversation we've overheard. Let's go fight this droid again. It was so fun the first time. It'll be even more fun the second time. There we go. Well, the only guy who can unlock the door is currently stunned, so that's no good. Let's go ahead and get in here. I don't think we actually did this last time, so this is good. We'll try to get a Baby Yoda t-shirt. What's funny is, like, as much as I love Baby Yoda, I just don't like most of his merch. Which is upsetting. Like, I just don't feel like he looks good on a t-shirt. There's something, like, off about his appearance. I do want a Baby Yoda shirt, but there's just so few that I like.
Let's go.
What is it?
I think maybe I'm just more picky because it's Baby Yoda.
How do you like that?
I do like the Baby Yoda Funko Pop. I think the Funko Pop looks cool. I'm excited to get the Funko Pop. A lot of the toys look fine. It's just something about how it looks on a shirt. I don't know. Yeah, at least in the States, he's getting a normal Funko Pop and a 10-inch Funko Pop. So, like, a Funko Pop that's, like, this big. They make a couple... So he's basically going to be a life-size Funko Pop, which is really cool. That's the one I really want more than the normal Funko Pop.
So long.
Brian, are you counting the days until you can get Disney Plus? I know it's coming up. It's this month, I believe. We will destroy these droids because something tells me that when you reactivate the terminal, they all... Cal is here! Welcome, Cal. How are you today? How is Hawaii? What time is it there? It's gotta be, like, way earlier. Just running around unlocking doors. Cause I like unlocking doors. I wish you would just automatically unlock these doors for me, because it's literally you're the only person who can do it, so it would just make logical sense that you would do it. For your lack of stream viewing recently, we have a 6-hour time difference now. Wow. No, I was gonna say the other way, Yagi. First of all, never feel bad for not making a stream, ever. Just never, ever feel bad for not making a stream. But we are always happy to have you here. It's 6:52 a.m. Like Baby Yoda's Hasbro, the Bounty collection. Oh, yeah. The Hasbro droid's really cool. Hey, welcome, Solo. Speaking of Black Widow, it reminds me of one of your binge-watching experiences, Nikita with Maggie Q. Anyway, the new trailer looked really good. Yes, saw somewhere that they're releasing episode 1 of The Mandalorian in cinemas. Wow! That's cool. That's fancy. I would love to watch The Mandalorian in, like, a theater. Alright. I'm just saving a lot now. After having to reload. I forgot how long this base is. Okay. We have the one guy just following us. Maybe able to watch some of my long weekend streams, especially. Yeah. Well, actually, this weekend I should still be streaming. Next weekend I can't, because I'm gonna be gone all day on Saturday.
What's going on?
But I'm hoping to still stream this Saturday.
Take 'em down.
I have noon my time, which is usually when I start my weekend streams. I have a meeting up with a friend. But I don't anticipate that taking very long. So
I hear you.
I think I should still be able to stream Saturday. I just haven't committed. But if I don't stream on Saturday, I'll stream some other time. But then after 2 weekends from now, it should be kind of normal again. I have a friend who's getting married in April, so a lot of my weekends are becoming prep for her April wedding. And then once we're on the other side of that, I will continue to be boring on weekends and stream for you guys. Because that's honestly what I would rather do with my Saturday anyway. Okay, so we have saved now. So when we fight these really annoying turrets, and they're difficult. There's gotta be something going on with these turrets, because, like, they're all, like, one-shotting us. They'll all be fine. Can I not do anything else? Yeah, Zerka guy, just stay with me, you'll be fine. Like, why are these droids so tough? Like, look at that, 25 damage in one freaking shot. What is going on here? Like, I cannot match that right now. At least the latter half, but that's good. We're always happy to have you. I do not understand why this is this difficult. I have no memory of it being this difficult. I guess up my treat injury because I'm having a problem. Okay. Oh, cool. I learned a new form of lightsaber combat. I would like this one, but I cannot yet have it. What do I want? I don't have a use for this right now, but it's very useful in the game, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Okay, so now we have healed. It's not a significant level difference. Like, I don't understand. Look, I'm about to die again. See? Okay, I have a new plan. New plan. It's a very good plan. Before we go in here, this is what we're gonna do. I say, screw this fight. Okay, you guys stay where you are. Do not follow me. Zerka guy's gonna follow me, but that's okay. Zerka guy is not killable. You stay right there. Like, way the heck over there. I can't do that because I need Barador to open the door. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just run him up here and run him there. So my plan is... Anyone going to Dragon Con? I'm not. I've never been to Dragon Con, actually.
Let's go.
So my new plan is... Actually, Star Wars Explained might go, though. They go to that one a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to have Barador open the door. And then he's going to run back. Way over here. With Kreia.
Aye.
And then we're going to go to me. And the Zerka guy is just very... Dang it, there's another door. We're going to run Barador back. This is going to be much better than fighting these turrets. It's just going to be so much better than fighting these turrets. Open the door for me. I really feel like they're going to do another European celebration soon. They haven't done one since Rogue One. And, I just think they will. Especially with Galaxy's Edge Paris opening. Okay, so we're going to start the reactor. Like this. And watch this cutscene again. And then... Come on, game. Then we're going to get out of their sight, where they can't see me. Go into stealth mode. And we're just gonna walk out. And hope the turrets can't see me. Oh, they super can! Run fast! New plan is just run fast. Zerk guy will stay with me. UK one would be good, but I would love to go one in the US someday. That's true. Then you would have to fly, though. I guess, like, I don't personally like flying. Like, I'm gonna have to fly to the Anaheim one as it is. And I'm looking forward to going I'm looking forward to going to Celebration in Anaheim. I'm not looking forward to flying again. Flying really freaks me out. But I'm gonna suck it up and do it. We all still together? Okay. So that was just much easier than fighting those droids. Or those turrets. Just so much easier. So much easier. I'm just glad we did it this way. Can we open this door now? We can. Let's get stuff. I'm really excited for loot. A data pad. This data pad contains the ignition codes for the orbital shuttle around the Harbinger. I'd love to see it. Or the hangar, not the Harbinger. You forgot about it? You were here, though. Need to go call your sister for her birthday. Alright, well, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I hope your sister has a great birthday. And then I think because we blew up all these droids, we didn't have to fight all these droids. That was the advantage to what we did before. Just finished watching Brick, and it was alright. That's good. I've never seen it. Is outside of the realm of things I have watched. Hey, I didn't pick up remains earlier. Maybe controls from a nearby terminal. I don't think it is though, because I think I have found all the nearby terminals. Okay, we're gonna save again because we're gonna get into a fight when we go into that hangar. And it is one I can't avoid. Yes, thank you, Cal. Everyone remember to like the stream. The stram. Let's go fight that giant thing. Tank droid. That is a name for something if I've ever heard it. I would really like to stun it, but I don't think... Ow! Surprise! Feodor is already dead. I'm shocked, really. Ah, Kreia, dang it.
Yeah.
Yep, you need to heal. You notice Ryan uses a lot of the same film text: explosive chop, silence before an explosion, slow mode when someone receives a blow to the head. I mean, that tends to be a thing, yeah? Directors tend to do that. They have a style. Kreia, I really need you to not die. Like, there's a lot of ways in which I need you to not die. There's also a lot of ways in which I can do literally nothing about that. So... This is, I need to not miss the giant hulking droid in front of me. I think that's a very critical thing to our overall plan. That is so much damage. Okay, hold on. We almost got it. Oh, well, my stealth is 2. That would explain why that did not go particularly well. And I think this is what I picked last time. Where there's RoboCop when you need it, right? I could go for RoboCop right about now. What is going on? getting text messages. Just gotta keep an eye on her. Nope, time to move. Time to boogie. I'm just gonna. No! Dang it! It couldn't even run away fast enough. He does! Actually, he got picked on about that once. Somebody called him on it. He's like, yeah, my wife pointed out how many lens flares I use. He very begrudgingly admitted she was right. It was funny. Okay, we're going to play this a little bit differently. That one didn't even hit it. Mostly because it's moving and trying to get to me. I'm just gonna keep throwing ion grenades at it till we run out of ion grenades. Okay, so that took it down to half health. That was a start. I mean, if it can throw grenades, I can throw grenades. It's kind of how I feel. Sonic should be good versus a droid, too.
Like that.
Oh, nope, that's gonna hurt Beodor. Dang it, Beodor. Okay, thank you, Kreia. You keep us alive. I will zap the droid. Beodor will hit the droid. This is not exactly how I wanted this to go. But, you know, we did it, and that's the important thing. Okay, we have fought the big scary droid. We did it in a cheesy sort of way. But we did it. There's remains, they better be good. The orbital shuttle does not have a hyperdrive, but it can get you to the restricted zone once you open the hangar doors above you. Yep, we're not going to do that yet. We have some things we got to do. Droid reference database. That better be really good. Metal box. Metal box is my friend. Now it's an empty metal box. Nothing like an empty metal box. Large locker. This is nice. This is your reward for fighting the big droid. You just get lots and lots of stuff. I don't get my, I don't think I'm gonna get 5 ion grenades back, but I got 5 frag grenades, so that's something. This poor Zerka guy. Let's get the Zerka guy out of there. 8 viewers and 6 likes. There you go. Thank you, Japman. How are you today? How are things? Okay, we're just gonna run to the door here and get this poor Zerka guy out of here, and then we'll open the hangar doors. But I'm pretty sure if we take him back this way, he'll be fine. Hey, remains I missed. Ooh, and that's good stuff, so that's a good thing to have found. We're gonna run you to the door. So, like, are you just gonna go yourself? Where's the Zerka guy? Where the heck did the Zerka guy go? Maybe he just left on his own. I don't know. Well, I'm not responsible for you anymore, Zerka guy. I am doing well. I only have one more day of work this week. I'm gonna go do something fun tomorrow night. Living my best life, streaming some KotOR, talking to you guys. It's all in all a good day right now. Let's go open the hangar doors. I think we do that in here. Unlock hangar door. Oh. We did the thing. Now we should be able to fly. Take the shuttle. It's a very Star Warsy shot.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The Bay Control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Oh, man.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me.
What could it be? It is a large structure with 4 spires. I cannot imagine. What has this architecture?
You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Yay.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and their allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
Oh, man. Looks like it's time for a fight.
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Uh-huh. Why did you shoot me down? What are you assassin droids doing here?
Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready.
Well, that's nice.
Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder?
Any reason why you shot down my vessel? I'm gonna go with how many of you are there?
Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi, there are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise
You're like
from
a
the wreckage.
weird Hydra.
Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Why'd you shoot me down? I mean, it's because
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
If you want to fight, then come on. Oh, a Wampa Funko Pop? That's cool. I really want to get the one that's, Luke and Yoda training. For obvious reasons. We're gonna blow up these floating mines before they cause us too much damage, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing. Okay, we're going to save here. So we don't have to go through that whole conversation and all those cutscenes and everything again. But yeah, I was like, Tampa? They're making a Funko Pop of a city in Florida? I'm a little confused. We'll attack the middle one, because then it'll go to... Oh, good! Atton's dead already. That's actually not that big a deal, because he's the one who can revive himself. Why are you not doing things that I tell you to do, game? This is not necessarily doing a lot of damage, but it is doing damage to all of them, and I find that to be a good strategy. You've taken very little damage. We're gonna be fine. Attons, I can wake back up again. Power is really nice.
Systems failing, master.
Systems failing, master. Let's collect some remains. So many good droid goodies. Control cluster. That all becomes important later on, too. Okay. Now we will save having done that fight, because I would like to not ever do that fight. And more, but not announced yet. All you can see is silhouettes. Oh, that's sneaky. And I'm sure every single one of them will have like a variant that you can only get at Comic-Con, and then one that you can only get at Celebration. I guarantee. So that's cool. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff for Empire, and Empire is the movie they like promoting the most anyway, so it being its 40th. I really hope that we get a From a Certain Point of View book for Empire Strikes Back, but at this point I feel like we would know about it if it was happening. Although I guess they didn't announce it until April for A New Hopes, so maybe we could still get it. Han with Luke's lightsaber and the Tauntaun. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they're Amazon exclusives. Look at Amazon being fancy. I'm literally running around the edge of this map because I'm the type of person that when I play KotOR, it really bothers me when there's parts of the map I have not explored. So I'm running in a circle so that I can explore every part of the map. I do this all the time when I play KotOR. I'm like, fill it in. What's really neat about this is you see a Star Wars planet with multiple biomes. Oh, you sent me... Is this the... What'd you send me? Oh, the Wampa, I see. Yeah, one... I see what you're saying. It's Han with the Tauntaun. One looks like Chewbacca. One looks like the probe droid. One looks like Vader and maybe a Stormtrooper. And then... Is the other one maybe like a side profile of Yoda? Running in a circle. I know this is thrilling, but it makes me feel better. I will feel so much better after I have done this. Okay, that's good enough. Now we go to this door all the way over here. I have seen Knives Out. I enjoyed Knives Out very much. I saw it in theaters back in November. It came out around my dad's birthday, so I took my dad for his birthday. I enjoyed it very much. Theodore is just gonna... I guess we just left him passed out on the ground, like the good friends that we are. I wonder who they could be. The collection is called Echo Base, so it can't be Yoda. Got it. Side pro... Maybe R2 with something? Oh, it could be Leia. It's probably somebody in a coat.
And you shall not be harmed.
Who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense people come to no harm.
Well, fine. I'll play along for now. Or no, very well. I did not come here to do battle.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes.
It bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the Academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop!
This is why people
Ah!
don't like Jedi.
Ah,
Even though she's not one.
with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful
She's
shield.
great at
indeed.
parties.
Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her
man.
to...
Think less
What
of
could
you.
it be?
I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price
She just,
for
you know,
such things.
ripped out his darkest secret
What?
out of his brain.
What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken.
Dun dun
You
dun.
fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
Dun, dun,
I don't know
dun.
how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious
He didn't
old
wanna
scowl
say
like
witch.
yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery
This is a
one.
very long game.
Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be
This
met
is such a
before the
long
future
and
can be
vague
set in motion.
conversation that the player
Jedi
knows nothing
speak.
about.
Care to explain?
No, I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent.
She just knocks him out. She's like, I'm done
A
with
critical
you.
moment approaches.
Oh my gosh. This game is very different than one where you get all these side dramatic irony points where you don't get to know or you get to know things your character does not. Yeah, I can think of a lot of characters I would like from a certain point of view for Empire. I want one from the Dragon Snake's point of view.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the Exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
You stole my ship, Honey Bunch. Let's start with that. Tell me what you've done with my friends first.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
I didn't realize we were here to talk about my personal issues. It was not my intention to come here, Atris, or to see you again. If you think I want to see your face again, you're sadly mistaken. I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos. I'm here because a pretentious shoulda stole my ship. Oh, that would feel good. I'm here for revenge, nothing more. Let's play this light but emotional. So, it was not my intention to come here, Atris, or to see you again.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago?
What council?
Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Force brought me here, refresh my memory. Why did the council cast me out? The council exiled me out of fear of Revan, of me, and what we represented. Maybe you should admit that the Jedi Council's decisions led to the Jedi Civil War. I could not stand by. There's so many options. The council exiled me out of fear.
You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me in prison or worse. My punishment could have been worse. For that I'm grateful. I remember now. You do not need to remind me again. I realize now you and the council were merciful. No, I mean, I don't know that the council were wrong, but I don't know that they were merciful either. Let's put her a little bit off guard. My punishment could have been worse. For that I'm grateful.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget.
Hey, there's my sword. You kept my saber? Is somebody obsessing much? It's my lightsaber. I was no longer a Jedi. It was no longer mine. It was your right to do so. I no longer deserve it. I did not realize you still had it after so many years. Kept it, stole it. We're going to go with, I did not realize you still had it after so many years.
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
I wish to earn the right to carry my saber again. If I became a Jedi, would you return it to me? Whatever your reasons, I want it back. Insult to the Older, you insulted me by carrying it. Give me the blade back, or I'll tear it from your hands. Keep it. I could care less. I wish to earn my right to carry my saber again.
Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach.
Well,
I'm not unsympathetic to
didn't realize that you were the final say in this.
Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
You are taking this very personally. No choice but to go to war. I went to war to protect others, not for battle. The council was weak, ruled by fear. I am not here. I'm not here. Actually, I really like this conversation. I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
The Jedi way is to... The council's way was to meet aggression with surrender. I'll take my choice any day. The Jedi way is to let people be massacred. I told you it was not aggression. I was defending others. It was for just cause. Mandalorians were butchering innocent worlds. I sworn to protect. I love this discussion. One of my favorite things about this era of Star Wars is actually the discussion of should the Jedi have gone to war with the Mandalorians, and it feels very much like their decision to go to war in the Clone Wars as well. The Mandalorians were butchering innocent worlds we had sworn to protect.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war. And it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way. And you turned on us.
Were you not tempted to help the innocent? Did not lose myself there. I found myself. I was made sin chase again. Revan and Malik turned on you, not I. I lost nothing more. Revan and Malik turned on you, not I.
Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malik's crusade would have been over before it began.
Then you know nothing of what drove me or Revan. If the Jedi had backed us, there would not have been a civil war. Abandoning fellow Jedi in fighting war is not my way. I'm not here to debate. Okay, then you know nothing of what drove me or Revan.
I know you betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught, you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
What is it with Star Wars bridges with no barriers? I don't know. People like to live on the edge in Star Wars. Literally. So you are content to let the Outer Rim die, tell that to the millions who died in the war, lives that could have been saved. Our teachings do not mean we stand by and watch others die. Hesitation and passivity are strong emotions, one we should guard against. I actually believe that is for yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Hesitation and passivity are also strong emotions, one we should guard against.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
If we had not fought, the Republic would have fallen. That is a fact. The Mandalorians admit Revan turned them back. No, there was no guarantee we would win, but if we had not acted, Mandalore would now rule the Republic. We could have waited, but defeating the Mandalorians after they had won would have been difficult. Have you been reading the history of the blind? Revan won the war. Oh! Catch you later, Skynobi. You're gonna finish your reading Crash of Fate and starting Tales of Bounty Hunter. Heck yeah! Both good books. I hope you have a good day. You enjoy your reading. Thank you for dropping by. It's always good to chat with you. There was no guarantee we would have let's go with we could have waited, but defeating the Mandalorians after they won would have been difficult.
There are victories other than physical ones. The real victory lay in
the triumph of the surrender. How many people would have died if the Mandalorians had not been stopped? The triumph of the Jedi teachings is a cold thing when there's no one left alive to appreciate them. If we hadn't stopped them, the Republic would have been destroyed. Let's do that. The triumph of the Jedi teachings is a cold thing when there is no one left alive.
You do not know.
If the Mandalorians had won, the Jedi would have fought them then, or simply meditated on what to do. Oh, please, anyone who stepped outside the Jedi archives would know it. I only have my experience to guide me, and they tell me you and the Council are wrong. You are correct. And you do not know, and you are correct. I do not know, and neither do you. I like that answer.
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Ugh, I know it's Legends, so no one probably cares, but I would, we did a streamcast a couple of months ago about should the Jedi have gone to the Clone Wars, and I would love to do a stream on should the Jedi in Legends gone to war, like the Mandalorian War. I just don't know if people care anymore, but I would love to have that discussion, because this thing that this conversation about is one of my favorite things in all of Star Wars in either canon. I find this moral conundrum so interesting. Awareness. At last it comes out. This was always personal with you. Careful interest, anger leads to the dark side. Republic is the one that should have died at Malachor 5. No, be silent. Let's do awareness. At last it comes out. Was it always personal with you?
You see shadows where there are none and hate where there is none. You are blind as always. I tire of fighting with you.
You're little.
You lust for war, and you always will, and you
Honey, you're the one who came out here with an ignited lightsaber to yell at me.
If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I don't know. Why are you out here with a lightsaber in my face? Looking for my ship so I can move Telos. I'm looking for my ship.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
The Sith destroyed Paragus. The destruction of the Paragus was an accident. Paragus' destruction was necessary. I wish I could have blown up that rock cluster, but it was not my fault. Paragus, never heard of it. I admit nothing. Are you admitting to stealing the Ebon Hawk? Let's say that.
The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility.
Good luck with the navicomputer. You're wasting your time.
We're having some trouble with the navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there.
All the miners were already dead. The destruction of Paragus was an accident. We'll go, all the miners are already dead.
A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime.
No,
and with
it's
the
real.
Facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you.
You are just the queen of not acting like a Jedi right now. The destruction of Paragus was an accident.
Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control.
Well, it was in the control of the people shooting at me, specifically.
Thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Why don't you tell me? Yeah, I destroyed 2 worlds with 1 explosion. I love the snark in this game. I know it put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice. Yes, Telos is doomed. I could not care less. I could care less. That is not correct grammar. Progress was nothing compared to what I'll do to you if you don't give me back my ship. I'll go with, why don't you tell me?
Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain.
So you care
its
more
orbit.
about Citadel Station than you do those 150 people on Paragus.
Other worlds.
What do you mean?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the
The
Outer
audio was
Rim.
different.
When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
It's almost as bad as the Jedi. I like that first option. You know me, and I know I would not have intended an act. It was not my intention to hurt the world. Sith attacked me on Paragus and destroyed the colony. That's the better answer. But I really want to say it's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars, and that's exactly what we're going to say.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong.
I can't anger somebody who's already ticked
confine
off.
your ruin to yourself. You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith have returned, and they're hunting all the Jedi. What is wrong? Where have you been? The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith.
Yes.
I can feel the scars on you.
Yes.
And you encountered them on Paragus.
Yes.
But what would they want there?
Me.
They can't have been looking for you.
Yes, they were. The Sith believed me to be the last Jedi.
You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order.
Only one of us has an
Sith
activated
attacked
lightsaber
you,
right
they
now.
will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them
You are
here.
so freaking petty. I was not followed. If so, then I offer you my help. You'll need it. There must be other Jedi. Were there any survivors from... We'll go with this one. Maybe. The Sith are stronger than they think. At least one Sith Lord stands with them, and they fight differently. Oh, we'll go with this. They're stronger than you think.
Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not.
So full of
If they
herself.
face a true Jedi, they shall fall.
Her character is really interesting. This is not the last time we see her in this game. I like her character. She's very irritating, but she's supposed to be irritating, if that makes sense. So, like, she's frustrating to talk to, but she's a very interesting character to study. Your grasp of tactics is questionable. Care if I help? Are there any other Jedi? Let's go with, are there any Jedi we can ask for help?
I said I was the last of the Jedi, Exile, and I did not speak falsely.
You do, because I've
There
played
are
the rest of
others
this
who were
game.
once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against this threat.
So now we're, and you will, there's a change. I could track them down. And you will, there's a change.
I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
Where can I find my companions?
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
They better be, and if you steal from me again, you'll regret it. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. The sooner I'm out of here, the better.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us.
Dun dun dun. So that character there,
Are
she...
you all right, mistress?
Hold on.
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
It's a good question, Yagi. She's probably has white hair, and she probably makes everyone else dye their hair white to make her feel better. Now There's a cutscene. I don't know if we get it here or not. I don't think we do. Hey, I gained light side points. That's good. I never said anything too dark sidey. Okay, we're gonna save the game so I don't have to go through the whole conversation again. I was gonna say some things. I can't remember. Will they let me? Wait. Hold on. Prison chamber. Okay, let's go up here. True Jedi not tainted by wands or sin. Maybe that's what. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I could see Atris thinking that from a superficial level. Like, I'm sure that doesn't mean anything in reality, but I could see her doing so. There's also a pragmatic reason. They're in a area covered in snow, so it could actually just be camouflage. This door is cold to the touch, and there seems to be no conventional means of opening it. Okay, well, it's not a very normal door then. So it could simply be that. I think you find out all of the people who are here are related, so it could be a genetic thing. Except for Atris is not related to everybody else here, but all these handmaiden sister chicks.
Why have you approached me?
I'm looking for my friends.
You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior.
If you're wearing
the
half outdoors,
particle
or at least their
emitters there
hoods.
that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages.
Oh, so they are prisoners.
They were caged for their safety
Uh-huh.
until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
Who, Atten?
He has had some Ichani training. He masks it well, but when you were in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well.
Interesting. Ebon Hawk, where is it?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
Never mind, I'll go now. So, like, you find out they're all kind of related, sort of. One of the characters here actually is your, or can be your, a companion. Because I'm playing as a chick, she can't be. She can only be your companion if you're playing as a guy. Because I'm playing as a chick, I get one of the worst Star Wars characters ever as a companion. That I'll just never use for the whole game because he's terrible. But this chick would be your, would become your companion.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
What did Atris say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
I've wondered as I've played through this game if it wasn't subtly hinted that Atris has a thing for your character. And like that's why it's so personal to her. There's the line of like you've watched your heroes fall, and it could be that simple, but I've kind of wondered if it's not a unrequited and also forbidden feeling on Atris's part, because it's like really personal to her. She's just teasing you. I'm more like a sister to her. She's exaggerating. I went to war to protect others, not to fight. Going to war is necessary. No one talk about. I was going to war to protect others, not to fight.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And why was that?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle.
Oh,
Once
she
you
talks about
tasted
me a
war,
lot.
You could not give it up.
Like, so much. You are back. Was just getting something to eat. How's everyone doing? Still doing strong. We're in this new area talking to these new characters. I got in an argument with a lady who's really full of herself. Pretty normal. How's food? Was food good? So why didn't I keep fighting the Jedi Civil War? That doesn't explain why I stopped fighting after the Mandalorian Wars.
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
Uh-huh. And that is untrue, but Atris is entitled to her opinion.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
She is obsessed with me. Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris's heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Well, I have no wish to fight Atris. If I fought Atris, that might make the teeth come out. If I crushed Atris's skull to the floor, it might get to the heart of the matter. If I fought Atris, that might make the truth come out.
Perhaps. It may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear.
Aggression.
These are pure moments of expression.
I would like to ask you something.
You may ask.
Is the current conversation, or the one between me and this Atris person? You said Atris warned you about me. What did you say? You look different than the other women. Why doesn't you allow me to walk freely? I'm gonna ask one. Atris said she warned you about me. I think it's everything we've already heard, but I just want to check.
She said you betrayed the Jedi.
Nope, this is everything I've already heard. I'd like to ask you something.
You may ask.
You look different than the other women here.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother, but the same father?
I do not wish to discuss it.
The current one?
If there is something else you
sort
wish
of.
to ask, you may do so.
So if I were playing as a guy, yes. If I were a male character, she becomes your companion and she's a romantic interest for you in the game. I am playing as a female character, so I will have a different romantic interest in the game. But a lot of the initial dialogue is the same. I apologize. I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
I mean, I'm sure it's a sensitive subject, so let me ask you something
You may
else.
ask.
I'll go.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
I got one bot running. I could never get the other one to work, but I have half of what I need to have running. How are you, Django? Welcome. I was saying earlier, I was talking to Atris, and I was talking about how I don't know if anybody would care because it's a Legends thing, but I would love to have a streamcast sometime about like if the Jedi should have gone to war in the Mandalorian Wars and like was Revan right, like we did with the Clone Wars discussion, because like that question is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars moral quandaries, and there's so many different facets to it, especially depending on like if you include stuff from the Old Republic MMO and like the Revan novel and what we learned in that. It's a difficult thing to describe. I only know what its loss. It's a difficult thing to describe.
Please, I wish to know.
Imagine awakening, hearing the heartbeat of the galaxy for the first time. It's like the current passes through you. Warmth of the sun without the glare, you can feel it. I imagine it's like a current that passes through you and carries with you to all the things it touches.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
I'm not sure, and see, like, I'm not sure I know how I feel about if the Jedi should have gone to war with the Mandalorians. Like, I can see arguments for both sides. And, like, it's different, too, because I feel like I felt one way about it before the stuff with the Old Republic novels, and then after the Old Republic novels, I felt differently. Because, like, I feel like what you learn about with the Sith Emperor and all of that stuff changes the situation. Yeah, I know, I think there's a mod where you can, like, either get all of the companions or you can choose or something. So, like, you can play as a woman and have handmaiden. I should have looked into that because that would be better. And, like, what's weird is in canon, in Legends canon, anybody who is a companion option is just considered a companion of Exile. So, like, canonically, Exile traveled with both the Disciple and Handmaiden. I feel like the fact that they didn't go to war with the Mandalorians is part of the reason that they do get involved with Clone Wars. I think that's an excellent point also. I think, maybe we should just have this discussion, because, like, oh, it's so interesting to me. It was my pleasure. If you have any further questions in the future, seek me out and ask them. And by that, I mean join my party, so I don't have to have stupid Disciple join my party, because he's terrible. Sorry, I try not to get too gamer ragey on this channel. I do on my Yoda Bauer channel. I legitimately cry in gamer rage, but on this channel I try to behave. I feel like I already read that. I think that's an excellent point. Even if it's only politically, the Rusan reformations kind of gave them less of an option. That's also true. They were way more tied into the Republic government then. Like, I feel like not knowing what was going on in the galaxy at large. I think getting involved with the Mandalorian Wars, like, forget about Sith Emperor, forget about, like, the true motivations, forget about Revan being brainwashed. Like, go off of just what we knew from KotOR 1 and KotOR 2. I don't know that Revan was wrong to go to war, but I think when Revan went to war might have been wrong. I think that joining the war to the point where it is aggression would have been bad for the Jedi, but Jedi stationing themselves on planets to be protectors would not have inherently been wrong, especially because they would not have had potentially not have had a military role. But then once you know the Sith are involved and, like, all of it was a plan by Vietate, I'm probably not saying his name correctly. It's too bad Cal already left, because he would love to be a part of this conversation. I think once that's involved, then maybe the Jedi shouldn't have joined the war, per se, but they should have been involved, because anytime the Jedi or the Sith are involved, the Jedi should stand against it. I don't know if the Reformations are canon either, to be honest. I think we'll get more from that in the High Republic. Like, I think it'll be a different version of the Rusan Reformations, but it'll be akin to that. I like that part of Legends, but that, like, has to be a part of the Legends answers the question. Yeah, they were an arm of the Republic. Yes, I agree. I think that Revan and Malak likely just had a lust to get involved in a different way, like they and J.O. characters. Yes. Like, yes. Like, just to kind of... Did they switch cells?
Did you find
no, that's
what you
Bayogar.
came
Never
for?
mind. A woman from my past has made this place... Django, do you think that Atris was into exile? Because every time they have this argument, I always think that Atris was into exile, and that's why she takes everything so personally. She claims it's hero worship, but, like, I don't think it's that simple. A woman from my past made this place her home. Or maybe it is stated, 10,000%. I can't remember if it's explicitly stated in the game, but that's always how I've read it. Not exactly. We've been ordered to leave. A woman from my past has made this place her home. I did not expect to see her again.
I felt as much. Quite strongly, in fact. I suspected there was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
One night stand, probably. Woman, here's a Jedi, Atris, one of the council. She's one of the council who cast me out of the order and wanted to punish me even further. I bet she did.
I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future.
What?
And
No.
more importantly,
Repress
they can
everything.
distract you,
Every time.
weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
Always repress your emotions. Don't actually do that, kids. Woman, here's a Jedi, one of the council. I already said that. Are you done? Okay, we'll go with one, even though I don't get how that's different. Kriya's acting as if she doesn't know all of this, right?
There's a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
It's not suspect at all. Atris plans to heal the galaxy, then rebuild the Order. Aren't handmaiden students? We're gonna go with that one. Aren't they students?
No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of
I'm
the
feeling
mind.
it today.
This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force sensitive.
I was saying earlier, the shirt I got from Celebration was like one size fits all, and it could fit like 3 of me, so I had it tailored so like it fits me, which I really am happy about. So I'm wearing it today because I'm excited about it. How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
She didn't answer the question. She means me harm. I may have to kill her. Well, there's nothing to be gained by talking here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on the way out.
Very well. Let us depart.
It's almost as if Atris is using non-force sensitive people to obscure what she's doing in the big room of hers, right? It couldn't be that. Is Zatin okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Kreia is just so full of crap. It's amazing. He can sleep on the ship. Let's go.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
It's an academy concealed... it's a Jedi academy concealed in the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration
His
shield.
voice freaks me out.
This place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
This will be your new home if your wounds could slow me down. Anyway. Are you well enough to travel? Are you?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Just like the underground parts of Telos, almost as much as Paragus, to be honest. There's not too much... The underground, or just like the surface in general? Because there's not too much underground. This place is fine, it's just a lot of talking. But yeah, once you get like off of these beginning stages, that's when the game gets way more fun. I find Atris to be a very interesting character. He looks like the Night King. He kind of does. He's like a non-icy version. Just like the bunker you go to. Yeah, that one, that was a frustrating fight part. Come with me, I could use your help.
Very well, General.
Choose 2 members. Well, not Beodur. We're gonna take Atten and Kreia. And we'll find T3. Influence gained. You'll love to see it. I've never been able to get him to have Jedi powers, though. Even with a cheat sheet. Just like the bunker you do. Yeah, it's before this. I think after this you, like, leave the planet, if I remember correctly. You might briefly... No, I did not mean to talk to you.
You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up.
Yeah, yep. I fought the giant robot with, like, a buttload of grenades. Are you okay? You look disoriented.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done?
Yes, and they are done with us. They want us out now.
Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
Until the galaxy runs out of people.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping.
You've done enough. You can go if you want, then leave. Enough time, forget it. Let's go. You've done enough, and you can go if you want. Kreia's like,
No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point.
I've actually never had this conversation with him because I've never bothered to talk to him while we're still on the planet. Thanks, Atten. You surprised me. I thought you'd want to jump ship as soon as you could. Thanks, Atten. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
Alright then, let's go. So, do I get a conversation with Kreia then? If I talk to her? We had kind of talked a lot.
Let us keep moving.
Yeah, I did.
There is nothing more to be gained here.
Oh, I said a ton of... Oh, wait. Very well, let's keep moving. A ton of mines in the room. When you first get there, too. Now you... Oh, that's a good idea. I ended up, there's like, when you turn the place back on, there's like all these turrets that turn on. I was having problems with those, so I ended up just like leaving my party behind and running past them after I turned everything back on. That was my way of handling things. This should take us back out to the middle. It does. I'm going to rob you blind of all your stuff because you're being jerks. Because you're being jerks, I will take your stuff. If you were not jerks, I would still take your stuff. It's not like I'm gonna buy my own stuff. Look, it's a star map! Nar Shaddaa, yeah. I got confused for a second, cause I didn't, but then I was like, Nar Shaddaa makes more sense. I mean, it's the moon of Nalhada. There's my boy. My voice peaked, I don't know why.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebon Hawk. Not so smug now, are you?
You
little
didn't
thief.
steal it.
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
I actually like Atten. T3, are you alright? Your behavior record. They didn't give you a memory wipe, did they? Memory wipe, did they? Wasn't your fault they took the ship, T3. So many sounds. Just so many sounds. Hold on. What information? Wait, so she downloaded what from you? Why would she want what's in your memory core? You can fill me in later. Let me get you out of here first. I like Atten a lot, but you have to do so much work with him to get through the conversation tree. It's easier to... Yes, it is much easier to get through the conversation if you can flirt with him, for sure. But I do like Atten as a character. He's a heck of a lot better than Karth, that's for sure. That's not hard to do. We'll see you at the Ebon Hawk. Nope, it is a secret. Just like we know things that Exile doesn't know. Exile knows things that we don't know. I'm gonna take all your stuff. Atten is a good Jedi too because of his background. Yes. He's an interesting character just to become a Jedi too, actually. I want to try to not level him up too much more, which shouldn't be too much of a problem because we're gonna go to Nar Shaddaa next, and Nar Shaddaa is where you can get the story point. Because you can't make him a Jedi until he confesses his background to you, and he confesses his background to you because of something that happens on Nar Shaddaa. So, that's part of the reason to go to Nar Shaddaa first, is because there's a lot of really important story beats there. And it's also just where you get the rest of your companions. Except for Disciple, but considering I will never use Disciple, and I hate him, there's really no need to go get him. No, hold on. I want to make sure there's nothing left to loot in the room first. The Achani are canon again now, right? I think so. I think so. I believe so. Is that like an energy shield on a wall of snow? Like, what the heck is that? Okay. I'm always paranoid about game crashes, even though this game isn't too crashy. So I'm gonna just save before we get into a big thing. And then I think we either have to just go back to Telos' station, or I think we can fly away. Ugh. Yeah, that's not what the hangar looked like at all. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of odd that Nar Shaddaa is such a big part of the game. Which is nice, because it's not...
Well, now that we're off that Dajaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines. What's with it? That droid sure is making a lot of noise. You're the one who can read it. Let's see. What's with T3?
Well, hey there! Look at behind us. Look. Slow down, I didn't catch the first part. You did what? You did what while you were connected? You downloaded Atris's archives.
What is the machine saying?
You're wearing your Supreme Leader Kylo shirt today. Heck yeah, in honor of the comic. I'm so pumped. Atris said there was a holo record of my trial in her, or he said that Atris had one. Let's watch it.
We seem to have found it.
Yes, let's all stand together and watch the most embarrassing day of my life. This is what best friends do. Hey, it's me. It's me. Amitra.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Yeah, you caught me smoking in the bathroom. You came because I came because I chose you to, not because you summoned me. I came because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned
We're
you,
gonna be
so
a little.
you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
First of all, that guy's mustache is the true war crime. I realized that following Revan to war was a violation of the Jedi Code, and I broke it knowingly to defy the wishes of the Council. This moment is the reason why I love. Yeah, and it's funny because you can like the. Not the moment isn't funny, but like there's so much to respond to in this moment, but you also get to kind of create the moment. If you seek to punish me, then let's get it on. With Atris, truth is the Mandalorians had to be stopped. You were not at Malachor, you can't understand, or you should embrace it. I'd slaughter every Mandalorian if I could. I realized that following Revan to war was a violation of the code, and I broke it knowingly, defying the wishes of the Council.
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us. We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
I like that you have to stick it in the rock. Like, doesn't it just melt through the rock? Like, such a weird moment. It's a very...
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, KotOR. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
Atris is just being such a jerk.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side.
Did I say Revan was a chick earlier?
You are wrong. The
oh no, they're
dark
talking
side
about.
is
I know
not
who they're
what
talking about.
sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris?
It's
Be
Coruscant.
mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts. Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
So, like, that's just so interesting. So, one, to what Django said earlier, that Exile comes back and accepts her fate. Obviously, like, I think the answer I picked was the canonical one, or at least at the time. Within Legends, the canonical one. And, like, I think she does that, and I think that's cool. Obviously, you can play it dark side, where she's like, nah, I'd kill all the Mandalorians. And it's still kind of her coming back to face it, but it's a different context. But there's so many things about that I love. Like, I love Atris clearly having personal problems. I love that they didn't change the end of the recording after the official trial was over and keep going with the conversation. Yes. I like to think that maybe just all of the council was recorded all of the time. I don't know. But, like, you can see even there that Atris is affected. And they're like, nah, it's fine. We don't see any problems here. But I also, like, I like that for the Jedi there was something deeper to it. Like, they didn't really just want to kick Exile out. That they thought it was just like the Jedi was not the right place for her. There was this discussion on whether or not they should tell her something. Like, I don't know. There's so much in that scene to talk about. And I think that's a big part, too, of the discussion of, like, should the Jedi have gone to war or not? It's like the next recordings in the Oval. I was like, yeah, let's just record it. It's fine. I don't know. I think that the Jedi Council of this era is in a very different place than the Jedi Council of the Clone Wars. In a way, we're kind of, maybe, like, less corrupt. The Jedi Order wasn't really corrupt, though. It was complacent, it was dogmatic, it had fallen away in a way that I'm not sure this council has, but they're also still flawed. I don't know, there's just a lot of interesting conversations. And I think there's a lot of conversations to be had, too, because whatever the Jedi chose to do, it all obviously went terribly, because at this point, the Jedi have effectively been wiped out. Anyway, those last few moments after my trial, I had no idea. If you find anything else, let me know. Keep searching the archives. There may be more information. Atris has a list of missing Jedi? Sure, display it. Rook on Dantooine. I like that her list is also assigned to, like, pictures. I also like how she thinks, like, Atris is the only one who dresses differently, too. Like, there are just so many signals that there's something up with Atris. The Mandalorian Wars, they were too cautious with BT, they were too complacent. Yes, I would agree with that. I knew all those Jedi Masters of Jedi were on the Council that exiled me. Yes, they were. That's why all those pictures were there.
Coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
It's a trap! It's always a trap. We have no choice. Those Jedi know what happened to me. Be that as it may, we need their help against the Sith. Fine. No, be that as it may, we need their help.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
I stuck it in a big rock. It was taken from me. The Atris and the Jedi Council said, it was taken from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
And why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it,
very,
you're not complete.
Very nosy. To begin with, I'll need some parts.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become such an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens, and focusing crystal.
Traps, as the woman said.
Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
This is the series of conversations you must have before you go anywhere.
For the last time, no.
Derrit? It's much longer than Derrit. It must have been a glitch if that door opened
programmed to
behind
force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor.
Compactor, not compactor.
Yeah? How many credits?
Robot got mad at Streamlabs. That's funny.
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
One frustrating thing about this game is you go anywhere and it's like,
look,
conversations.
Your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you?
Way
How
back.
much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey, I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
So much you guys chatting.
Is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that.
All of this has been set without us putting in a destination, so we're just like floating in space, having these discussions.
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
What's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
You sound a little too excited about that.
You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Permanent +2 bonus to his constitution. Heck yeah. Oh man. That was just so much. There's just so much look at all of this conversation. Like there was just so much talking. Okay, let's save really quick so we don't do all that again. I love the conversations in this game, and like, it's one of the primary reasons to play the game, so if you're not into the conversations, the game's gonna have a lot of problems for you. But I do, like, so many of them are like these weird cutscene ones. And you have no control over whether or not they're happening.
But can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why did you decide to fight?
The Mandalorians had to be stopped. The Jedi serve no one with inaction. It was a mistake. I should have respected the Council's wishes. I will say the Jedi served no one with inaction.
The war went poorly before Revan and the Jedi lent aid to the Republic. Many of us believed the Jedi to be cowards who were afraid to face the Mandalorian threat. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
As good a reason as any for joining, so you want revenge. Unlike many of the Jedi, I could not stand by and watch. I'll say that. Unlike many of the Jedi, I could not stand by and watch.
I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. To give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
The Jedi are trained to resist such emotions. Yes, I felt it too. The rush of life as a Mandalorian got down. I detached myself from the frenzied battle. It was impersonal. I felt it. We'll say it. We'll be honest. We felt it too.
It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
Where'd you pick up that remote anyways?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off.
Oh?
Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
What does it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs.
I like his sound effects. I wish he wouldn't move across the room when we're talking,
but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
What are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Anything else?
Yes, General?
Nope. Because the one is just a quest reminder, and the other one is sometimes he can build you materials. We've leveled up our repair and computer skills a bit, so let's talk to T3 and see if we can't do... let's work on your memory course. Alright. Let's do repair. Because I know I've upgraded that skill. Good. Let me tackle the main chassis first. No, it didn't work. Dang it. Is that stutter new? Did I do that? We'll try again later. Let's try with computer skill. Hey, it worked with computer skill. There we go. All done. How do you feel? D-Renee. Yay, he's gained a +1 to intelligence. Heck yeah. What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. I had other questions for you. How's the Ebon Hawk? Good job. I'm glad to hear it. What about the astrogation system? You locked it? Why did you do that? Protect? Protect who? Under whose orders? An old friend? Why was there... Why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? That's a weird sentence. But now the Ebon Hawk can come back from there and is, like, can find you again. Why did you leave?
T3, you have been with us since Telos. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic, I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
Oh man. So that's Bastila talking about Revan. Oh really? Yeah. You can get conversations with Bastila, and they're different if you say Revan was light side or dark side. So like if you say he was light side, she's like that, and if you say he was dark side, I think she shows up in Sith Robe. Is that the message you were trying to hide? That person in the hologram, a friend of yours? I understand why you were concealing it from me. I understand. I didn't think you kept messages like that. Who was the person in the hologram talking about? Another missing friend? What happened to your old friend? Why aren't you with him? because he could not take anyone with him, even the woman in the hologram. And you left. And he left you. I'm sorry, T3. But you did help. You found us, T3. If we can stop the Sith, then there's hope after all. So, timeline-wise, I can't remember. Because I'm trying to think of how this fits with the Revan novel. Because Mictra is in the Revan novel, and she goes to get Revan. So, Revan disappears in the novel to go after the Sith Emperor. So that recording must have been then. But then T3 finds Mictra, but I feel like we saw Mictra, I'm not saying her name right. I feel like we saw the exile with Bastila and Revan at some point in that book. Part of the Revan novel is before KotOR 2 and part of it is after. Got it. I do remember that. I just don't remember exactly how it goes. I'm sure the Wikipedia article is extensive. Just refresh my memory at some point. So this help you came in search of. You came in search of me. But why me? I was powerless. So you found me in my weakened state and placed me in danger. But why me? I was powerless and defenseless. You needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming, someone who knew war and battle and could make hard choices. We'll go with that one. I'm honored, T3. I'll do what I can to stop this threat. Yeah, we'll do that one, because it's light side or dark side. That a message does not tell me where the Ebon Hawk came from. But why don't you have that information? So Revan goes missing. Right, Revan goes missing and gets captured, and then this happens. So like the game happens, and then Mitra would go to Bastila, and then that's how that works. I could have sworn Exile shows up, and I could have sworn there was a scene where Revan and Bastila and the Exile all talk. Like I could have sworn that happened. I know there's a scene where Bastila and Exile talk, and Bastila is like slightly jealous of Exile's relationship with Revan. But I could have sworn Revan was there too, but maybe not. No, he wouldn't have been. No, Revan's son's there, right? That's how it goes. Why don't you have that information? Deleted by who? Probably Revan. You deleted it. Why? Revan was already gone then. I'm just misremembering it then. Something's wrong here. You must have had a reason for it. Don't be sorry. Maybe you had a good reason or were trying to protect someone. Never mind. Revan has conversations with Atris in the final part of the novel. You may be remembering that. Oh, that could be. I know I read that book recently, but I want to read it again because I really like that book. But yeah, you can unlock that if you get enough influence points with T3. And it's not necessarily important to the game, it's just pieces of what happened. This is where Kreia is. So much of this game is just running around and talking to everybody.
Have you come with questions?
Teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I want to build a lightsaber.
Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a thing?
Because they're cool. To defend my allies, because I feel naked without it represents power. Because I feel naked without it.
Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving.
We were going to do a whole project with that too, and I think we ended up starting the NJO instead, and then we haven't done the NJO in like 6 months.
Only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much
Why are you mad at me? But how do I make one?
The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place.
I want you to teach me about the Force.
Very well.
Can you teach me any lightsaber forms?
The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho. The simplest of the forms return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time.
That was
with
my
experience.
Shicho. This guy's awake, so I'm awake. My life is more the sky is asleep, so I am awake. I want to... Are you
Very
going to
well.
do anything useful for me? In any way? I wish to know about Force forms.
Very well. Of which...
Can you teach me... Oh. Okay.
Ask.
Well, apparently she can't teach me anything. What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
My hands are super dry from washing my hands like every 5 minutes. Is there a way maybe to heal it?
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
She must be fun at parties.
Ask, and I will answer.
Creo, what are you? Are you a Jedi or a Sith?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark. Categorize it.
It categorizes who's gonna stab me in my sleep and who's not gonna stab me in my sleep.
Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Then what were you?
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Django. I still wish to hear the story. And Kreia tells you her story by showing you a cutscene. Like, anytime people ask me about my life, I just show them cutscenes.
There are
instead.
dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best.
The screen is just black, by the way. I'm not seeing anything. But I'm supposed to be. So,
But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition.
I literally can't see anything. Like, this is not a problem with
hunger for power.
I'm also looking at a black screen.
There are techniques within the Force against which there
This
is
is
no
fascinating.
defense.
Can I...
Learn from
We're
me,
just gonna skip
my
that, because
mistakes,
it didn't make
and
any
use
sense
that
anyway.
knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you,
I don't know
all
why that
my
loaded
hopes
wrong.
rest for the future, for the Force.
You're like a dance mom. Okay. I have other questions.
Ask.
Let's see if I
and
can get her to
Does it matter?
play that
Perhaps
again.
What do you wish to hear? That for every... What would it matter?
Or is it still going to be black? Okay.
Learn
Well,
from
we're just not going to see it.
all my...
Never mind. I'll be going now. Light side points. Hold on. Save game. I have a plan. Let's go to... Trailer credits. See, this is... Don't read the names on some of these. Well, I can't find it, so oh well. Later, Stuart. Have a good day. Does not appear to show me that. So I've unlocked 24 of 63. Probably because I haven't done a bunch of dark-sided ones. Well, I mean, that's good. Load game. Let's try talking to her again. Maybe if I load and reload the game, it'll work.
Yes. Have you come with...
Yes, I need some answers.
Does it matter? Perhaps I am neither.
I'm glad she doesn't think it's weird
What do
that I'm
you
going to ask her this over and over again.
What would it matter now?
Then what happened to you? Let's just try maybe hitting a different option. I still don't think it's going to show us anything.
There are dark places in the galaxy
where
few tread, ancient centers of learning.
Okay. Well, we just don't get to know
my mistakes, and you.
Okay. Well. Oh well. Don't know why it's doing that. Or maybe that's just what it is. Maybe it's always in black. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember that, though. This looks to be the remains of an HK unit, but older and more corroded than the ones you encountered on Paragus. Its power core still carries a charge, but a number of central parts appear to be missing. Repair the droid. He's like, no, why are we doing this? It looks as if the droid is missing 4 critical components. Its processor, its chassis, its control cluster, that's supposed to be supported in the chassis, and its vocabulator. Ah, thank you, Django. Let's do that. Hold on.
Monday.com is a platform to manage
I don't
your
know what
entire
Monday.com
marketing
is.
team. From content creation and strategic planning.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Oh, that's not.
Ask, and I will answer.
Well, whatever.
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither. Would it matter now? There
we go. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Thank you to this person. I'll give you credit after the cutscene. Capito Quinn, thank you.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power.
Nihilus. She looks a little different there.
There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
Ow. 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 That's his master, by the way.
I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me my mistake.
Anyway, So that was this person. Thank you to this person for uploading that cutscene. Much appreciated. Okay. That's the cutscene. So yeah, so you and Kreia are both exiles. It's just she's not a Jedi exile, let's put it that way. Looks like this droid is missing 4 critical... Oh, right. Repair, take the vocabulary. We found 2 already. One was from the HK 50 that we fought on Paragus, and one was from the one we fought on Telos. So we can go ahead and add 2 of the 4. Once you find all 4, which comes from fighting other HK units, you can get HK in your party. Yay! Let's keep doing some odds and ends. I think we've talked to everybody because eventually somebody's in here, but it is not the person I have found yet. Okay. Oh, we can go talk to Atten. Let's talk to Atten for a hot second. It's T3. Look, we're just chilling in space.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's
No,
good to
he's
see.
on Dentooine. I think, it's probably possible that I can miss him, but he's at the Jedi Temple on Dentooine. So we won't find him for a little while, because I'm going to go to Nar Shaddaa first. I feel like I'm more in touch with the Force than I ever have been. It's hard to explain, but even with everything that's happening, I feel at peace. Let's go with that one.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
I have questions for you.
All right. What did you want to know?
I know. Care to explain where you got your Achani training?
Huh? What are you talking about?
When I entered the Telos Academy, you dropped into an Achani combat stance that I totally noticed and didn't have to be told about by an Achani handmaiden.
Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much.
I don't wear a lightsaber. Tell me the truth. Nah. Don't change the subject.
Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past,
Yeah, you
despite
do.
the fact that it keeps throwing us into
You
life-threatening
ask me a
situations.
lot of questions about my
Wanna know
past.
why? I figure if you ever want to tell me something, you will. So give me the same respect, all right?
I'm not accusing you. I just want to know if you got any other useful skills. You could be a real asset with combat training.
Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands.
Alright, fine. I have questions
All
for you.
right. What did you want to know?
No, never mind. You can play Got Influence and Lost Influence.
Something
you can
up?
play Pazak with him, just if you want to do something fun.
All right. What did
But you don't have to. But like, if you like playing Pazak, he's just somebody you can play Pazak with a lot. Okay, so we can go to... Can we travel to Paragus? Telos Citadel Station. I like how we're here, apparently. And not here. Yeah, so the other places we can go are Onderon, Dentooine, Korriban, Nar Shaddaa. I personally recommend traveling there first. Wasn't sure if it was going to yell at me to go to back to Telos first, but there's no reason to go back to Telos just yet.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
What's Nal Hutta? Well, Nal Hutta is the home of the Hutts. So there's a lot of ex-soldiers on Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah. Some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the
Some of
exchange.
the missing people security guy
Become a
wanted me to
prime
find.
base
I thought
for
he had me
later
looking for the
recruitment across
fuel.
the galaxy.
Maybe I didn't pick up a quest. How hard would it be to find a Jedi here?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
You sound like you've been here before.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
What's the refugee sector?
Well, not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy.
I feel like there is a bounties thing. I don't know. Maybe I should fly back there and see if I can prompt. I just don't want to walk all the way through there. How hard will it be to hide here?
Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
I'm just thinking of the quests you get on, or in the refugee sector on Nar Shaddaa. But it's possible that there's just side quests I've never popped before. I've never gotten. I don't know this game nearly as well as I know 1. Then let's take the Ebon Hawk in for a landing.
I plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy.
Oh, I do remember that
way
quest.
gonna find us
And
here.
I don't think I ever got it. I did in other games. Like other playthroughs I've done that, but I didn't get it this time through. I wonder why I didn't get it this time through. Maybe I just forgot to ask for bounties. But I know what you're talking about now, but I think they're... I remember them being outside, so I feel like they were either on the surface of Telos or you find them on Duxon. I don't know. Hello, spaceship. Yeah, I think I just didn't get that quest prompted. It's Snoke.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa. While she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours.
It's a weird threat.
You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
KotOR's head is filled with madness. The Zug's family will hunt. The galaxy look for the Jedi. Jedi finally come here and we can no longer hunt. There's no sense in it. If you wish to live, you should respect KotOR's wishes. The beautiful Jedi runs for years. She will not stay in this moon forever. Let the Zugs defy Goto. And I've collected their bounty. They will... You best leave threats unspoken, Hanhar. You were carried far from the trees. I hear you not even collected a life debt from the red human Freemouth. She makes a fool of you twice. If she crossed the Zug, she would be very dead now. Goto or not, I will carve a bloody swath through your entire family, Zug. I swear it to you.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
It would be unwise to commit violence here. Goto's order was clear. We will not harm the beautiful Jedi when she walks on Shaddaa. Unless we attack first, we are permitted to defend ourselves. Or we are attacked first, we're permitted to defend ourselves.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
This Jedi is different. He said nothing of the Jedi's companions. Oh, they're gonna go after my friends.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning?
I would agree with
watch
that,
where you
Django.
step, or you'll fall for hours.
Are we gonna be okay on this landing pad?
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think.
Are there any problems with docking authorities?
Yeah, in all
Oh, this
its
is the
glory.
refugee sector. I clicked that one
Don't
by
get your
mistake.
hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad.
Are we going to be okay on this landing pad?
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one.
We already asked this
but
one. Ebon Hawk looks exposed.
Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system.
Are there going to be docking authorities?
No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the exchange or the Hutts might want a piece of.
Alright, let's move on.
Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
I wouldn't mind getting some new equipment.
There should be a central trading hub up ahead. Their stock's probably not the best, but they may have some things worthwhile.
If Zez Kael is here, I want to find him.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible.
Let's see where our path takes us.
Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You
Except
there!
for this guy.
Uh-oh.
What's
who's
with
the
you?
same color as
Let
his
my
hat.
piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad.
This is just a terrible accent. Is there some kind of... It's a landing pad. Ships land on it.
No, really? Thanks for the insight. And here I was, thinking you were a smart human. I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it?
I can pay for the space and your time.
Yeah? Right now, all I'm hearing is talk. How much you offering?
Awareness. 50 credits ought to be enough.
Done! Pleasure doing business with
So
you.
I would have
I
paid
got
more,
some
but because
visitors
I've put
booked for
points
your
into
space,
awareness,
But I'm sure the two of you can
I can pay
work
less.
it
That's
out
cool.
when they arrive.
Let's take... I'm gonna take Atten and T3, because anything important with Kreia, she'll just yell at you about through your head anyway. How excited am I for the new episode of Star Trek Picard tomorrow? As excited as I have been for this whole season. That's for heckin' sure. What you said earlier, you like the refugee stuff, but less excited when you have to pick which friend to dress as a stripper. The advantage to playing as a woman is you can be the stripper. Isn't that great? You don't have to decide. Alright, so I think this is a good place to call it. I only have about 10 more minutes I could do anyway. And this way, when we stream next, we can just start Nar Shaddaa, and I don't have to remember. She's gonna yell at you as soon as you leave the landing pad. Yeah, she just yells all the time. Just constant yelling. I know I saved it, but I like to save twice because I'm paranoid. This is a good place to leave it. And, yep. Got a teacher class. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna get going. This was good. We got some good time in, and it should be normal stream day of Thursday next week. But you probably won't see much from me until I'll do the Clone Wars review, and then I'm hoping to stream on Yoda Bower over the weekend, but it might not happen. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being flexible with the schedule. I hope you all have a good Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.